Ever since I put this new chute adapter on here, this thing has not clogged on me. This thing has been fantastic. I opened up this area, I think I've talked about that in the past, but it also gets the grass pretty even on both sides now, so that's nice. I didn't empty it soon enough, but it still works, and I've actually overfilled this thing to where it was basically 100% full, and I don't think it's still clogged. It was still going good. But yeah, so far really happy with this. Happy with how the rivets worked out and everything. I put washers on both sides because I wanted to make sure I didn't crack the plastic. This is ABS. I don't know what this is. This is just the stock material. Probably HDPE or something like that. But yeah, I'm real happy with it. Alright, so for my snapper, I was having transmission issues. It was kind of weird. I would be sitting there adjusting the shifter back and forth, and what was weird about it is that sometimes I have to go back into like a higher gear or lower gear, or jiggle the transmission back and forward to get the power to the wheels. It would just sit there and be slipping and nothing would happen, and so I'd sit there and adjust the shifter back and forth and it would just start going, and I could feel that I'd lose power at certain times and have to go into a lower gear like it was just slipping badly, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I thought it was like the slipper mechanism in the clutch, and so I was going to lock up the clutch that way, take off that foam pad and bolt everything in like Jim talks about on his channel. But what I found out playing with it was that there's an arm right here. There's an arm that reaches up, so right here is bolted, and I'll jack it up so you can see underneath it. But these two bolts right here hold on the clutch mechanism, or the disengagement mechanism. And the way it works is there's an arm that comes up, and this arm hits about right here, and that's what limits how far this thing comes back to how hard you can push up on the wheel. So what I did, and I'll just show you right now. So what I did, let me hop underneath this, is I put spacers right here, and so what that did is that offset this whole plate forward, and it allows this arm right here to move further back, so it's going further back up here, and that allows this pivot right here, yeah, there you go, this pivot right here to lift up higher to push up more on the clutch wheel here. So right now, oh, it's in neutral, so it doesn't matter because you can see it's pushed down by that little down spout right there. That's what pushes it down neutral. But this bottom layer right here is what pushes up on this arm right here to jam the wheel up to engage the clutch to the flywheel. So I was going to go up in there and try to, there's my finger, this piece of plastic, but this arm, you can see just where this first digit of my finger goes, it's further up in there. You can't, that plastic is just in the way, and the sun is causing problems. But if I push this out of the way, you can kind of see that arm going up in there, and that is where it hits. And it's hitting somewhere around right here. And I was going to take this whole structure off and then grind that arm down so that it allows this bottom piece here to lift more up, but just shimming it with 2 washers was enough, and I might need to shim it again because I was looking at it, I was like, I got enough clearance there. I was kind of a little bit worried about right here, getting a little close right there, but that's fine right now. So I could shim it with a couple more washers if I wanted to. I got much bolt engagement, yeah, about 1 more washer's worth of threads to where I could do that if I wanted a little more engagement. But I did go out and test drive it, and I put it up on an incline in first gear, and it jerks real well, and then in 5th gear it just accelerates smoothly, I think like it's supposed to, versus bog the engine down. So yeah, that was the problem. That's why my transmission was slipping, was because of that arm up here. Right now my finger's stuck. Alright, there. Got my finger out. But yeah, because of this arm right here is hitting right there. It's still hitting. I think it is. I can't really tell too much, but I think it feels like it's still hitting there. But that's how I fixed the slipping transmission.